Hi, my name is Ahsan. I'm a spoken word poet and writer. Today I'll be performing for Dubai, Jiggy and TikTok. Thank you for providing this wonderful platform. I'll be reciting three poems of mine. The first poem is actually untitled. I haven't given it a title yet. And what it talks about is trying to accept what has happened in life and trying to take that journey forward. So what the piece says is, sometimes we just have to simply accept that is life. Every curse, every blessing, every truth, every lie of it. Then why is it that acceptance is always the hardest part? Acceptance of what has occurred and what is bound to happen. Maybe it's an old habit of trying to define life into words and sentences, for it is a definition that lays a boundary on freedom, and it is a definition that brings an end to belief. We hide from the world of what we are most afraid of, and show to the world parts of us that we allow them to judge and define. Sometimes the truth isn't false enough to be true, so we choose to stand with the lie. For that moment, for that seems to be correct, because for that moment it is the lie that will protect us. I don't know if it's hypocrisy, stupidity, a blessing, or a curse that we cry both in pain and in happiness. For the pain cuts so deep that we shed tears to forget about the sorrow, and the joy is so unbelievably true that we shed tears to remember the moment. Would you truly know about the beauty of the sunrise if you hadn't witnessed the sunset? Would you care enough to wait to see the light if you hadn't seen the darkness? Maybe it's because I still have the scar of the cut on my hand that keeps reminding me to help someone else drop the blade. Maybe it's because I've cried in the corner of the night that I choose to remind someone else to smile in their day. And that's what makes a smile beautiful, the journey that it's been on. And that's what makes it valuable. The reason it still appears after all of those moments of being lost, being in pain, and in those moments of difficulty. Every destination has its beginning and ending. Every tear has its joy and pain. Every journey has its night and day. And that's where will it come, the darkest part of the night. Where will you be standing when it arrives? And that's when it will also come, the brightest part of the day. Who would you be standing with to show them strength and courage? Sometimes in order to complete the story, we have to give it an ending. The best and worst part about life is that we'll keep moving and will not stop. The responsibility that is given to you is both the most difficult and most rewarding, the easiest yet the most forgotten, and that is to live life. You will see life in death. Sometimes it is the end that gives us the origin of the beginning. Sometimes to know who you truly are, you need to know what you are not. It's not always about the end result, but the purpose of why we wish to keep walking on the journey. That's when the journey is not over. That's when the story is still yet to be written. That's when the final chapter of the book is yet to be lived. Why is that we have forgotten about the end? The moment we would have seen darkness for the last time, also the last time we would have seen happiness. The last time I would ever be in pain, and also the last time I would ever be in joy. And maybe, just maybe, that is life. That was the first piece. The second piece is a very short piece, and what it talks about is trying to know that the journey ahead would be difficult, but still trying to go for it because life has its ups and downs. Maybe today is the day that I found some courage to tell you this, that in the days to come and moments yet to be written, you will feel pain, like thorns on a rose, a gift with a curse. You will feel pain. There will be moments where it will be just you crying in darkness, moments where you will be all alone, instances where you will feel worthless. But this won't be the first time you have felt this way, and I want you to remember that. For it will be those moments where your scars will bleed yet again, and that's when all of your insecurities and fears will show. But it won't be the moment you will be at your lowest. Wear your scars with pride. wear your scars with pride. For they will remind you of the journey I have been through and will give you hope for what's to come. I cannot promise you the end result of the journey you are on, nor can I promise that you will be standing when all of this ends. Your happiness has been as much of a mystery to God as it has been to you. Remember this and remember this well. It isn't the tears that we are afraid of. It's not being heard that most frightens us. It isn't silence that terrifies me. It is the neglect that I've been facing all these years that has led to my insecurities. It's not just you battling with your past that has led you on this journey. What you stand for is the battle that you are fighting for your present, and the person you become at the end of this is what your future will hold. And will that fateful day come for you? The day where you will stand with your family again, or the day where the question of your tears will be answered, I do not know. But will that day come? I do not know, so I won't make any promises. But what I can do is protect you today, and that is my promise. For it is you who has to take this journey, but I promise to be there for you in the shadow, watching with pride at your victories, and as a silent guardian in your losses. For when you pray to God for your well-being, so shall I for you. So I tell this to remind you of your gift. And for those of you who are blessed with the gift, for it will be foolish to say that you are few in number, for truly each and every one of us is gifted in different ways. So I tell you this today, don't run from it nor try to hide, for this journey is yours to take. And for the journey to come, go, and to end, every tears of yours will be answered.
So just
this is the final piece. It's a very short piece, and what it talks about is being unapologetically yourself. And would you blame me if I haven't? And would you blame me if I say I have seen it all? The sun rise and fall every day. Hypocrisy at its finest. The very origin of light and darkness. With every fall, with every rise. Every single day. The reason the flame burns is because it was born to burn. Then is it your selfishness that blames it for its strength, like painting the wings of someone else, suffocating breath at every step, but you still have forgotten. That's what the flame does when the sun falls. It burns through the night. So I say this today, just as a human created by God, as a human walking with the power to stand through the night. So I say, bring it. Bring in the lies, bring in the hypocrisy. I'm not afraid to burn. I was made that way. Neither does the flame apologize for the burn, nor does the night feel shy about the dark. So I will be waiting for you. At every sunrise and every sunset, you look for the light, I am the flame. You look for the path, I am the journey. You look for strength, I am the courage and vulnerability. So I say, bring it. My flame waits for you at the dark, when the sun falls. My courage waits for you, when your strength isn't good enough. At the end, the fire doesn't need to apologize for its flame.
nice.
That was my final piece. Thank you everyone for watching, and thank you for providing this wonderful platform.
Thank you.